Hello, I'm Doug and this is the Taste and Sensibility channel. And today on Black Licorice Review number 24, we're looking at 3 Italian confections with black licorice. Well, they're black and they're made with licorice, but they're not much like these things. On a recent trip to New York, I stopped by Italy, the Italian market and complex, and was looking around for black licorice candies that they had. So I was very interested in getting some different kinds of things. And after getting them home and trying them, I thought, ooh, these are really different. There's a culture clash here. These aren't pleasant. These aren't sweet. So I sorted it all out and I'll tell you about it today. So the company that made all 3 of these seems to be Amarelli. And they've got an address there and I don't recognize the town. Rossano might be the town. And the 3 different candies are called Spezzata. It just says licorice. You look at the ingredients and it just says licorice. So I don't know what it's made of. Don't you need sugar or flour or starch or something to put the licorice flavor in? This one is much more candy-like. It's a white candy coating around a little licorice ball in the middle. So it's more like a Good and Plenty or a pastel. And the white coating has vanilla and mint flavors. The mint is the thing that stands out. And then a tough little tiny black licorice ball of chewy stuff like this. But strongly bitter from what I remember. Hope I can make it through a whole piece of each one of these because they are so different. And then the last one is called Rambetti, which may mean rhombus or it may mean licorice candy that chokes you and you want to spit it out. But I don't know if you can see the little card here, but here's the little square, little pillows for the Spezzata. And then a little round pill. They're kind of like pillows too, they just don't have corners. For the Bianconeri. And then these really are rhombus shapes, if you remember that from geometry. Okay, so these are just little 100-gram packages. Little bag inside. Lots of, must be couple hundred pieces in there. I fished out a few. I wouldn't be rattling the plastic, and you can see the shapes out here, and I'll put up pictures. So we will move in to the first one. So I'll just start in with this one that just says licorice as an ingredient. Whoa, it's strong. And bitter. Bitter is what you think of first. First, second, and third. It's a strong, dark taste. It's like black coffee. The strongest black coffee you've ever tasted or imagined. Maybe chocolate notes. It's the darkest chocolate you've ever tasted or imagined. And it's hard. It's dissolving slowly. I'm not going to be able to chew it up. It's not chewy like these things. And I don't detect any sugar or starch or flour or wheat in the mixture, just bitter. So I'll try to get a few more notes out of the flavor here. And then due to editing, you won't see me spit it out at all. It's an oiliness or a thick kind of a coating as you dissolve it in your saliva and it moves around your mouth. You taste the bitterness and those other notes that are recalled. Or it's reminiscent of coffee. It's reminiscent of the very dark, bitter chocolate. And a little mouth coating once it moves around. Not sure I can say more than that. So it is not a sweet. It's just a flavor that you put in your mouth and probably lasts 15 or 20 minutes. This is not going away. I can't detect that it's any smaller than when I put it in. So a couple hundred pieces in this little package may last me a couple years. Okay, so I think I'm done with Spezzata. Now moving on to Bianconeri. Wonder if the Bianca means white, or if that's only Blanco that means white. Oh, I gotta get that bitter black stuff. Should have brought crackers or something. But anyway, I know this is sweet and minty and vanilla-like, and a little ball of licorice inside. Oh yeah, very pleasant. The mint is nice, the vanilla is nice. In the description, it just says mint. It doesn't have any claims about vanilla, but you look in the back on the ingredients and there is vanilla in that candy coating. So this is promising. Have to wear away a little bit of it to get the mint really strong. But the flavors are subtle. It's not overly sweet, not overly vanilla, not overly minty. So it comes out slowly and fills your oral cavity and nasal cavity, and it's a smelling event. You get that mint whoosh. It's more of a sensation than a flavor. There's certainly a minty flavor, but that cooling sensation, I always call it a menthol whoosh. And it happens in lots of foods that surprises people, and then they're kind of stuck describing it. So this is a good candy. There's sweetness. There's a nice minty flavor that might be a little bit of a breath freshener. A little bit of vanilla, I'm noticing. So the candy shell is pretty good. And it's hard, it's not chewy. It doesn't go away fast. So I'll just go to natural speed to wear away the candy shell and get down to the licorice and try to describe that. Licorice since 1731. Okay, the white shell is getting pretty rough, so I'm wearing away the last little bits. And a little licorice blob in the center is pretty small. Smaller than a pea, maybe like half a pea, half a bean, half a coffee bean. Oh, it's bitter too. Not a lot of sweetness. So bitter licorice. It's reminiscent of this stuff, but it's a chewy, soft thing with some sugar and flour. Okay, soft is overstating the case, but chewy. But bitter, no relief from the licorice. Once the nice, pleasant mint and vanilla of the candy coating is gone, it's like this stuff. Only chewy. But it's just a little bit of bitter that goes away more quickly than this. Okay, it's gone. And I'm glad it's gone. And now we can move on to rambetti, which are the little rhombuses, which have two ingredients, it says. Licorice and anise. Licorice, natural anise flavor. I don't think the previous licorice center can hurt the flavor of this thing, because I've had this before. Here goes. Oh, slightly more aromatic. You get some anise aroma coming off of it very early, and then you hit the bitter of the licorice. So it's like this with a little bit of relief from the anise flavoring. There's a sweetness and herbal quality to the anise that just fills in gaps and softens the bitter flavor like I had here. So the bitterness is strong, but the anise is helping. And these are Thankfully smaller than these. These are not even half the size. So these don't last as long and they taste better. Oh, caught in by my cheek. Okay, got it back. Strong, bitter flavor. Definitely licorice. A hint of anise. That helps a lot. It is blessed relief from the unrelenting licorice of this kind. So it's a little more pleasant. A little more understandable. But I'm not sure I'd ever have a reason for putting one of these in my mouth again. Candies and confections have different purposes and places in the culture of different places and locales, cultures, countries, societies, and these do not perform the same function in this culture as these things do in ours. But that being said, these are interesting, strong flavors. So just the general public is going to be much more interested in this minty one with a little bit of bitter on the inside with a chewy center. These other two are not going to appeal to many people at all. And this one, the least. It's a strong, big thing with no relief from that bitter licorice flavor. This has a little relief, but it would be a licorice aficionado that even wants to try this thing. I would go back to it the second and third time. I've done them all 4 or 5 times just for the reviews here. So I took one for the team. So maybe they'll grow on me. Maybe I won't try them again. I don't know how it's going to turn out. So this was one of the less positive licorice reviews I've done recently. But if you like the reviews you've been seeing here, please give this video a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Leave a question if you have some. And subscribe to the channel. If you click on that bell icon, you can get notified every time a new video gets released on Mondays and Thursdays. So we're running out of licorice reviews here. We're only going to have another 4 or 5. So stay tuned for all that and come back for more.